Prices are not going lower. Prices are going higher. More jobs aren't going to be created. I thought you said on day one it was all going to be a miracle. Oh, Donald, you want us to chase that shiny object? No, I'm just pointing it out to show we the people, your WMD, your weapon of mass distraction, from what you're really trying to distract about. Eugene Robinson of the Washington Post is so incompetent. So sad to see him trying to justify the waste, fraud, and corruption at U.S. aid with his pathetic radical left spin. He should be fired immediately.
Trump just became the only president in U.S. history to lose jobs during his first term. Ouch. That's gotta hurt worse than a bad spray tan. Meanwhile, Sleepy Joe Biden's over here creating millions of jobs like it's no big deal. Looks like someone's making America work again. Stick around as we break down the numbers that sent Trump into a Twitter tizzy. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Well, folks, it looks like our favorite orange-tinted Twitter tornado is back at it again. Trump's tiny thumbs are working overtime on Truth Social, and boy oh boy is it a doozy this time. While the job numbers are giving everyone else anxiety, Trump's busy ranting about plastic straws. Yep, you heard that right. Our ex-prez is screaming back to plastic like it's the solution to all of America's problems. Who knew saving the economy was as simple as sipping through a petroleum product? But wait, there's more.
Folks, Donald Trump is having a meltdown this morning. He's on a posting tear, trying to distract us from a very bad jobs report and a very bad consumer sentiment report. Oh, Donald, you want us to chase that shiny object? No, I'm just pointing it out to show we the people, your WMD, your weapon of mass distraction, from what you're really trying to distract about, as Donald Trump's first jobs report and consumer sentiment report to hit.
Trump's not just stopping at straws, he's also taking swings at foreign aid and poor Eugene Robinson. Because nothing says I'm totally not worried about those unemployment figures, like yelling that a journalist is incompetent. It's like watching a toddler throw spaghetti at the wall, except the spaghetti is ridiculous tweets, and the wall is America's collective sanity. Let's take a moment to appreciate the sheer absurdity of Trump's social media circus. While the economy's catching a cold, he's busy performing acrobatics to distract us. It's like he's trying to put out a house fire with a super soaker filled with gasoline. But here's the kicker, folks. No matter how loud Trump screams about straws or how many capital letters he uses, he can't tweet away the truth. The economy's looking shakier than a Jenga tower in an earthquake. And all the back to plastic in the world won't change that. You've got to hand it to the guy though. He's consistent. When in doubt, tweet it out. Who needs economic policies when you've got 280 characters and a caps lock key, right?
Donald Trump is trying to have his right-wing propaganda going in full force, but it's not really working. Donald Trump's press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, is out there trying to blame this all. Prices are not going lower. Prices are going higher. More jobs aren't going to be created. I thought you said on day one it was all going to be a miracle. On former President Biden, that's not working. Let me break down everything that's happening for you. So Donald Trump immediately started making posts like this.
It's almost impressive how he can turn any situation, no matter how serious, into a carnival of chaos. But let's be real for a second. While Trump's busy playing Twitter pinball, real people are worried about real jobs. It's like he's hosting a one-man show called Distraction Action, while the rest of us are trying to watch How to Pay Your Bills the musical. Well, folks, it looks like Trump's got a new magician on staff, and her name's Caroline Leavitt. Her job, making bad news disappear faster than you can say you're fired. But here's the million-dollar question. Can she pull a booming economy out of her hat? Leavitt's facing a tough crowd with these job numbers, and boy, is she working overtime to put lipstick on this economic pig. She's blaming Biden faster than Trump can scarf down a Big Mac, claiming today's jobs report reveals the Biden economy was far worse than anyone thought. But hold on to your MAGA hats, folks, because this story's got more holes than Trump's golf course. Our new press secretary is spinning so hard she might just drill a hole to China. Maybe she'll find some jobs there. She's insisting that President Trump is delivering on his promise to restore our broken economy, revive small business optimism, create jobs, and ignite a new golden age for America. A golden age, huh? More like a golden shower of alternative facts. Let's fact check these claims, shall we?
Eugene Robinson of the Washington Post is so incompetent. So sad to see him trying to justify the waste, fraud, and corruption at U.S. aid with his pathetic radical left spin. He should be fired immediately. The U.S. economy added only 143,000 new jobs in January, which was far fewer than what was expected if you look at the last jobs report. Then Donald Trump posts this: "I will be signing an executive order next week ending ridiculous Biden push for paper straws, which didn't work. Back to plastic in caps."
Spoiler alert, they're about as real as Trump's natural hair color. While Levitt's playing pin the blame on the donkey, the real jackass is in the economic data. Current indicators are showing a slowdown that's got economists more worried than Trump at a spelling bee. But wait, there's more. Levitt's trying to sell us on the idea that Trump's policies are job creation machines. It's like she's hosting a one-woman show called The Emperor's New Economy.
Back to plastic. Oh, Donald, it's plastic. Oh my God. Maybe I shouldn't focus on the fact that you betrayed all Americans, including your voters. We can now expect to see a spike in unemployment in coming months. Under President Biden, it exceeded expectations. 256,000 jobs added. And there's not peace in Ukraine. Housing's not affordable, because here's what we just learned. The first jobs report has been released under the Trump presidency, and he is losing jobs with layoffs in federal government. And when you went back and looked at some revisions that had to be made under the Biden presidency, jobs were actually even higher.
Sorry, Caroline, but we can all see that the Emperor's not wearing any clothes or creating any jobs. Now, let's zoom out and see how these number games are affecting real people. While Levitt's busy rewriting economic history, folks out there are more concerned with how to pay their bills than how to spin bad news. It's like she's offering thoughts and prayers to fix a leaky roof. It might sound nice, but it won't keep you dry in a storm. Looks like Donnie Diaper's Twitter tirades and his press secretary's spin can't change the cold, hard facts. He's the job loss president. While Trump's busy ranting about straws, Americans are feeling the pinch in their wallets. A recent survey showed that folks are freaking out about inflation, with expectations jumping to 4.3%. That's higher than a certain orange-hued hairdo. Maybe it's time for Grumpy Trumpy to worry less about sipping through plastic and more about the economic house of cards he's building. Remember, folks, when it comes to the economy, actions speak louder than tweets. So instead of getting all worked up over Truth Social posts, why don't we stay informed and chat about policies that actually affect our lives? After all, we don't want our economy to end up like Trump's casinos, bankrupt and full of hot air.